All right, you guys, this is your 1.2.2 homework, wrapping up section 1.2, which is all about symbolic representation of statements. Sorry, just getting stuff out of the way here. So here's our key for your homework. We start by phrasing each of these as an if-then statement. So first one says, I am healthy if I exercise. So we can already see that the condition is exercising, or that's like the premise to being healthy. So, sorry, my desk is on that side. So we start with then, if I exercise. That is our condition for the conclusion of being healthy. Then I am healthy. Wonderful. All right, so that's what we're doing here, just writing if-then statements. Next one says, all dogs have ears. All right, so this one's a little bit trickier to dissect. So we just need to think, well, what are the simple statements going on here? And that is that we have a dog and things have ears, I guess you could say. So we're going to combine those. Now, I honestly, when I like work through this, I think of both ways. So the first way I would think of is if I am a dog, then I have ears. That makes sense. Instead of the other way, if I have ears, then I'm a dog. That's not exactly, that's not what this statement is saying. The condition, like the thing we have to make sure is true, is that it's a dog first. So if there is a dog, I guess, there is a dog, then it has ears. So I guess a better way is guess if it is a dog. That's better. Not there is, it is. If it is a dog, then it has ears. There you go. Next one, no snake is warm-blooded. All right, so the condition is we have a snake. All right, so if it is a snake, then it is not warm-blooded, right? No snake is warm-blooded, so if we have a snake, well, then it's not warm-blooded because no snakes are. Right? If an being an oral surgeon is sufficient for being a dentist. All right, so this is those sufficient versus necessary statements. So the sufficient condition is being an oral surgeon. So I'm going to write that. So this is sufficient. All right. This is sufficient for being a dentist. So that means that is the conclusion. This is the condition. All right. So what that's saying is, like, basically, if you are an oral surgeon, then you're also a dentist, right? All oral surgeons can be called dentists. So this would be if, let's go, if she is an oral surgeon, that's my condition, then she is a dentist. There you go. Right, and then the other one, I have to smush this in, there's not a lot of room. Being a dentist is necessary for being an oral surgeon. So the part that is a necessary condition is being a dentist. This is necessary condition. All right, so that's what we conclude with, I should say. So it's going to be actually the same sentence that we had in part D. All right. If, let's go, we'll say he. If he is an oral surgeon. Then, oh, he is also a dentist. Okay. So the necessary thing, like the conclusion, I guess, is always at the end. The sufficient condition that like suffices goes in front. Okay. Then it says translate the following compound statement into the symbolic form using simple statements below. And the simple statements are P is Julia eats breakfast, Q is Julia gets jittery, R is Julia drinks coffee. So we'll break this down. If Julia drinks coffee, that's R, so I'm just label that R, and does not eat breakfast. So eating breakfast is P, but she's not doing that. And we've got an and here, so conjunction there. So R and not P, and it's an if-then thing. So that's a conditional. I've got my arrow. Then she gets jittery, which is Q. I'm going to put parentheses around that. Okay. Next one, if Julia eats breakfast, so that's P, or disjunction, does not, so that's a negation of drinking coffee, which is R. Okay. Then, conditional, she does not get jittery, which is Q. All right, so those are our symbolic representations there. Last one for this assignment. On weekdays, a restaurant offers moussaka, pilaf, quiche, ratatouille, stroganoff, and teriyaki. So all sorts of stuff being served at this restaurant. These dishes are offered subject to the following conditions. If the restaurant offers pilaf, then it does not offer ratatouille. If the restaurant does not offer stroganoff, then it offers pilaf. Okay, it goes on and on and on. Okay, all these conditions. You're going to define the variables for simple statements and then write symbolic forms of each statement next to the statements above. All right, so these random foods were chosen because they're easy to name. I'm going to call M the moussaka. Okay, this means that moussaka is offered. Then pilaf is the P. I'm just writing the simple statements. Q is the quiche being offered. And we've got, let's see, ratatouille. Sorry, my pen. Giving myself a little more room. Ratatouille. Ooh, R. S is for stroganoff being offered. And T is if teriyaki is offered. All right, there we go. So I've got my letters. That's what each of them mean. So let's break this apart. So if the restaurant offers pilaf, that means P. Then, that's the conditional, it does not offer ratatouille. So not R. All right. If the restaurant does not offer stroganoff, so not S, then it offers pilaf, B. If the restaurant offers quiche, then it offers both ratatouille and teriyaki. Okay, and we want both of them, so it's the conjunction. We need both. Okay, that's together. Then, if the restaurant offers teriyaki, then it offers moussaka, or, that's the disjunction, stroganoff, or both. So that's the inclusive or, you can have both there. All right, so one thing I just want to have emphasize here is if there's quiche, then both of these have to be present for this to be true. You can't have like quiche and just ratatouille, all right? But then down here for teriyaki, you could have teriyaki and just the moussaka, or you could have teriyaki and just the stroganoff, or you could have teriyaki and both. But this means we have to have both. So then down here, says which could be an accurate list of all the dishes served on a particular day. So looking at this first one, pilaf, quiche, ratatouille, and teriyaki. Well, if we offer pilaf, we cannot offer ratatouille. So number one is not because of the pilaf and ratatouille together. Okay. Next says quiche, stroganoff, and teriyaki. So I'm going to go up here and look at where we talk about quiche. It says, okay, if we offer quiche, then we have to offer teriyaki. That's good, but then they don't have the ratatouille on that one. So we had stroganoff. So I don't think that one works. We cannot have the stroganoff without. We could if we had also the ratatouille, but it's not on there. So that's not something that could be offered. Here's one that we could do. Quiche, ratatouille, and teriyaki. That is the statement here. Quiche, ratatouille, and teriyaki. All right, ratatouille and stroganoff is the next one. So here doesn't really have anything connecting those two, so I guess it could be offered. So yes, we need more information. All right, and then last, quiche and ratatouille. That does not satisfy this because we could not have just ratatouille. We would also need the teriyaki. So nope, missing the teriyaki on that last one. So our possible answers are 3, maybe 4, but we need more info. And that is the end of your 1.2.2 homework.